Hey there and welcome to my channel. My name's Olivia, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I am doing a pregnancy update because I am pregnant and I'm very excited. This is our rainbow baby. We do have a 2-year-old son. His name is Isaac. He turned 2 in April of this year. And then we lost our second baby boy in January of this year. At 21 weeks, we went to our anatomy ultrasound and found out that his heart had stopped beating. So he was born stillborn. That happened back on January 26th. His name was Lucas. And now I am pregnant with our rainbow baby, who is due on January 23rd of 2019. So this pregnancy was a little bit of a surprise for me, only because we weren't really trying yet. We wanted to have another baby. We just wanted to wait like a couple more months before it had happened, but it's okay. Everything is in God's time, so I'm just so thankful to be pregnant again with a healthy baby, and so far everything is looking perfect. I don't know if I mentioned already, but I am 14 weeks today, so I'm in the second trimester, and this video is just going to be a first trimester recap. So I'm going to go over like all my symptoms from before I found out and then up until week 13. So I'm going to start. I have a notebook here with my notes, and I'll start with, I got my positive test on May 13th. That was on Mother's Day. I kind of took a test on a whim. That weekend I was kind of feeling a little nauseous every now and then. It was very unusual. It was almost like a motion sickness kind of thing, where like if I got up and moved around too much, I would get kind of nauseous. It was very weird. So I was like, I wonder. And also I had a couple other symptoms. Like, these are the symptoms that led up to before I found out. So I was having breakouts, and I usually don't break out very bad, especially before my period. I always had pretty decent skin as far as acne goes. So I was having like really bad breakouts right here around my chin. And then my hair was getting super greasy. Like, I'd wash it, and then the very next day it was like a grease ball. It was like ridiculous, and normally my hair is not like that. I was also having very vivid dreams, and that was also kind of something I was like, I wonder, because normally I don't really remember my dreams, and like these dreams were like, if you've been pregnant before, you know how the pregnancy dreams are. They're a little crazy. So I was having very vivid dreams, and then, as I mentioned, I was having a couple of like nausea spells where I was just feeling like motion sick. So yeah, I found out on Mother's Day, and I was 3 weeks and 4 days along, so it was 3 days before my missed period. And yeah, I was like in shock. I didn't believe it. I confirmed it with a digital pregnancy test the next day. Was it the next day? No, it was on the 15th. So I found out on the 13th, and on the 15th I confirmed it with a digital pregnancy test. So then we'll start with symptoms from weeks 4 through 6. I was having mild cramping, which is very normal. I noticed that I was getting very hungry and very thirsty. So I was like hungry 24/7, very thirsty. I've been like chugging water like crazy, and I was still having the occasional nausea. It was only happening like late afternoon or like later in the evening. So it wasn't like unbearable. It was just like every now and then I felt like a little motion sick. I was also like very bloated, which is annoying, but that's a very common first trimester symptom. And I'm pretty sure I had the bloating for like the whole time, basically. And also I started getting tired. So I was going to the gym regularly, and I was going for about 2 months, and then I kept going until about 6 weeks when I started getting like too tired to go. So, and I haven't been since. I'm actually gonna go cancel my membership just because it's just too much for me right now, and I'm not gonna be able to go after baby's born, so I'm just gonna cancel it and just like try to stay active at home, like going on walks, being active with Isaac and everything. So anyways, So those were my symptoms for weeks 4 through 6, and now I will cover weeks 7 through 12. I tried to lump them together based on just like, it's not like a lot changed from week to week, so I just lumped them together with what weeks had similar symptoms. So with week 7 through 12, I started getting more nauseous at night. It was getting a little more intense. I never had anything too unbearable, which is very interesting to me because with both of my last pregnancies, once I hit 6 weeks pregnant, it was like I was dying from the nausea, like throwing up everything. Had to take Zofran daily, or I just could not function, which is interesting because that was my 2 boy pregnancies. Extreme nausea. I know with my son Isaac, I was so nauseous and throwing up so much that it put me in the hospital because I got dehydrated. And then with my last pregnancy with Lucas, I had the same nausea. It wasn't as intense as it was with Isaac, but it was still pretty bad. And it went from 6 weeks all the way until about 18 weeks. But this time, I've only had some nausea at night. That was bearable. I've only thrown up for this whole time like 3 times, which is like amazing to me. So yeah, so nausea only at night. Still very hungry, very thirsty, like I had to snack every couple hours. And that also plays a part with my nausea too. I only feel bad if I go too long without eating. So if I eat snacks regularly, like every few hours or something, I feel pretty good. Starting at week 7, I started getting headaches, and I have had headaches probably almost every day for the last however many weeks it's been, starting from 7 weeks. So the headaches have been pretty annoying. I don't really like to take anything for them. If they're too bad, I will take some Tylenol, but I try to just deal with them. I would much rather take headaches over nausea any day, so I'm just being grateful for what I'm getting. Also, fatigue. I have been extremely tired, like having to take a nap throughout the day. Usually I wake up in the morning and within a couple hours I'm ready to take a nap. It's been pretty exhausting. I also, during week 7 through 12, started getting round ligament pain, which I know with Isaac I didn't get until like later in the, or like at least in the 2nd trimester, like mid-2nd trimester, I guess. I can't remember exactly when, but I remember it happening later. But with Lucas and with this pregnancy, it definitely started early, which I guess multiple pregnancies, your body's like knowing what it's doing, so it's kind of happening a little bit faster. So yeah, round ligament pain, especially like when I sneeze or if I get up too fast, it like really hurts. At week 8, I'm kind of just going by how I have this written down. But anyways, so those were the symptoms for week 7 through 12. At week 8, I did have the first doctor's appointment, which I was so nervous for because, I mean, when you lose a baby and then you get pregnant again, especially so soon after, I was only 4 months postpartum when I got pregnant again. So it was a little fast, and so emotionally, things are a little harder. And then also with hormones taking into account there. So I was very nervous for this first doctor's appointment. I'm always nervous for the first one because you find out you're pregnant and then you're waiting for that first ultrasound to make sure baby has a heartbeat. It's very nerve-wracking, and especially since I haven't had like the intense symptoms like I had with my first 2 pregnancies, I was just scared to death that something was going to happen. And also, my doctor had told me before we started trying again to wait 3 menstrual cycles before trying to conceive again, and it had only been 2, so I was like, oh no, what if since we didn't wait long enough, I'm going to miscarry? But went to that doctor's appointment and baby looked perfect. She said that he looked, or not he, I don't know what the baby's gender is. She said that the baby looked great. I do have my sonogram pictures from that day. So that was baby at 8 weeks. And the heartbeat looked great. So moving on. We have, also I had an ultrasound at week 12. And I was very nervous for that one too. And that one was a little bit harder for me because for that ultrasound, I had to go to the same ultrasound room where I found out about Lucas, and I had not been in that room since that devastating ultrasound when we found out baby didn't have a heartbeat. So, Dustin had to work. Dustin is my husband. He had to work. So I asked my friend Kayla to go with me, and she went, and we had the ultrasound, and everything looked great. Thank God. And it had a very healthy heartbeat. So here are the ultrasound pictures from this appointment. This was at 12 weeks. Baby was moving around a little bit and kept putting its hand up to its face, and it was opening its mouth at one point and sticking its tongue out. It was very cute to watch, and we got to hear the heartbeat. That was the first time I got to hear baby's heartbeat. I want to say, I think the heartbeat was around like 168 beats per minute or something like that. So yeah, that ultrasound appointment went great, and baby was looking very healthy. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna move on to week 13. So this was this past week. Like I said, I am 14 weeks as of today. Today is Wednesday, July 25th, I think. Yeah, Wednesday, July 25th. So I am 14 weeks today. So this is gonna be week 13, the last week. So as far as symptoms go, I started getting reflux and heartburn, especially after eating anything with like tomato sauce. It's been really annoying. So Tums have been one of my best friends lately. Still getting the headaches really bad. They've been happening almost every day. A friend of mine gave me a fetal heart Doppler and like an at-home one, and I found baby's heartbeat for the first time at 13 weeks, like exactly at 13 weeks. So that's been really nice to have this pregnancy with like I have more anxiety, there we go. So I've been having more anxiety this time around, and just like the constant fear of like not being able to like hear a heartbeat. So I've been using that Doppler like every few days. I try not to use it very much, and it has made me feel really good being able to hear baby's heartbeat. What I've done is like I'll record it on my phone and like go back and listen to it over and over again. So yes, I was able to find baby's heartbeat. And then acne. I have been having breakouts on my face. Did not have this with my last pregnancy. So yeah, breakouts. And it's so weird because my skin is so dry. That's also the next symptom I was going to mention. I've been having insanely dry skin, and it's very itchy, especially on my legs. But my cheeks have been real dry. And then I've been breaking out like right around here on my chin. So that's been fun. And I think that's about it. I'm still having being very hungry, very thirsty. Water has been my best friend. I'm chugging water all day long. As far as cravings go, I've been craving very like fresh things like cucumber, salads, anything cold. I really like cold, fresh, I guess vegetables in a sense. I haven't been really going for many fruits, but definitely vegetables, and I've also been craving milk a lot too. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this update. I'm super excited to document this pregnancy. I had started doing it with my last one, but then of course we lost baby, so I definitely want to document this pregnancy as well. And I think it'll help myself, especially when it comes with anxiety and stuff, just kind of sharing how I've been feeling as far as a pregnancy after a loss goes. Because like I said, it is different being pregnant after losing a baby, especially getting pregnant again so soon after losing a baby. So yeah, I'm excited for this journey. Tomorrow we have not a doctor's appointment, but I am doing an elective ultrasound, and we are going to hopefully find out the gender tomorrow. And I am so excited, so be on the lookout for a gender reveal video soon. Fingers crossed baby cooperates and we'll get to see it tomorrow. So yeah, that's it for this update. Thanks for watching.